Welcome everyone to a brand new video. In this video we are gonna rank my top 4 favorite Xerjoff fragrances in my collection.
Now on the 4th spot we got Starlight. Now this is an absolute amazing looking bottle. However, it is not my favorite. That is because it is so heavy on almond. I'm not an almond fan in fragrances, especially if it's combined with other sweet notes. However, when it's combined with cherry and the cherry note is a lot stronger than the almond, then it's quite okay for me. But in this case, it's combined with cardamom and a lot of cinnamon, and it just doesn't really work on my skin. Besides that, it does smell very sexy. You can definitely pull this off during date nights and you will impress someone, that's for sure. Now it's also a bit citrusy in the opening. While the almond is very strong, it's not really making me dislike it in the opening. However, on my skin, when I let it sit for a long time, it just doesn't work. I'm not an almond fan, like I said, so this is gonna be a no for me. My rating, let's say a 6.5 out of 10. For the 3rd spot, we're going with Alexandria 3. Now this is a much better version of the popular Alexandria 2. It's a bit heavier on the oud and rose, while Alexandria 2 is a lot more powdery. Now Alexandria 3, a lot of people say it smells like baby wipes, and I've seen it in many reviews from people, and it actually does a little bit. Now the oud and the rose combination here is pretty strong. It is a little bit sour, so if you're unfamiliar with oud fragrances, then it's probably a no for you. But if you like the combination of baby wipes and oud and rose, then it is definitely interesting to try out. But be careful, this is one of the strongest fragrances I have in my collection. This will last easily over 20 hours on your skin. Now don't expect a lot of compliments with it, it's not a mass pleaser. So if you're looking to smell nice and clean and sexy all at the same time and you want something that is pretty easy to pull off, this is not the Xerjoff fragrance for you. Maybe look at something else, maybe Alexandria 2 would suit you a little bit better. But if you want something more complex, then Alexandria 3 is the one you should go for. Let's move on to the 2nd spot, and we have Torino 24. Now this is actually the only one I like from the Torino line. Torino 21 is a no for me. I don't like it. I'm one of the few guys that don't like it actually. Torino 22 is mid, just as Torino 23, which is pretty mid as well. It's a nice tuberose scent, but a little bit too boring for my taste. However, this beast right here is so incredibly strong for a summer fragrance. You get musk in the opening, you have orange blossom, a lot, and you have mango. So this is the perfect tropical beast mode fragrance for the summer times. I love to wear this, it makes me feel good, it makes me feel fresh. This is such a good fragrance. When I tried it for the first time, I was in love. And actually, if you have seen my previous video, I was explaining the way this fragrance was inspired by. And someone told me that they were trying to create the smell of the inside of a tennis ball. Now, like I said, I wouldn't really say it smells like the inside of a tennis ball, so don't be afraid of that. This is such a nice tropical musky fragrance and you should definitely have it in your collection. Now let's go to the last one. And if you know me a little bit, you might already know what the number 1 spot is gonna be. It is gonna be Ridgewood. Now, if I had to choose a fragrance for my wedding, it would definitely be this one. This is not a fragrance that you wear every day, that's for sure. It is very heavy on rose, sandalwood, patchouli. Patchouli in here is definitely heavy. So if you're a patchouli hater, then this fragrance might not be for you, but this is just the perfect old money scent. I can see myself riding a horse in the south of France on my way to my huge mansion to have a dinner with a lot of friends. Everyone's wearing suits, everyone's smoking cigars, drinking rum, all dressed with a beautiful classic outfit. This is just the perfect old money fragrance. It is so incredibly good. If you want to smell luxurious, no matter what you will say about this fragrance, this is the one. You cannot deny that this is one of the most luxurious fragrances ever created. However, it only gives me like 5 to 6 hours on my skin, which is fine for a special occasion fragrance, but I would expect a little bit more strength from a fragrance that's worth 385 euros for a 50 ml bottle. Would I say it's worth it? 100%. This is luxury in a bottle. You need to try it out. So these were my impressions on my 4 Xerjoff fragrances in the collection. I would love to know, what is your favorite Xerjoff fragrance in your collection? Or if you don't have it in your collection, I would still love to know. If you like my content, then make sure to drop a like and don't forget to subscribe for the next video.